Welcome everybody to Qigong class today. So excited you're here. So today we're working on white crane style. So it's all about spinal cord movement and metal element, air element, the lungs, large intestine, immune system. And I would say the biggest thing is that we're going to work on cleansing and clearing, moving the spine. And then we're going to get into some flying and visualization techniques. And then we're going to end with an amazing meditation just to let go of negative emotions. So, really excited you're here today. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start by crossing our thumbs here right over the belly. We're going to start with some deep breathing. So, big breath in, out the nose, and then the mouth. Big breath in, out the nose, and then the mouth. Big breath in, out the nose, and the mouth. So we're going to do this for just about another minute or so. Big breath in, out. Big breath in, and out. Breath in, and out. Breath in, and out. Good. Let's just go and pull down the heavens. So arms come up, inhale, then out the mouth. Good. We're going to start by just opening up the spine. So you've probably done this before if you've been with me. So we're going to bring hands up here. I'm going to go from the side first just so you can see. So I'm going to arch my back, big inhale, and then exhale. So turning and right here, tailbone tucks, upper back tucks all the way down. Exhale, inhale, arching. So there's a big arch in lower back here, all the way. Big inhale, exhale. Good. So see if you can get just your mind, your awareness into every little articulation in the spine. Breathing in and out. Big breath in. Let's bring in the lung sound, so an S. So it's going to sound like a snake, kind of like an S sound. Lung sound. Big breath in. Again, lung sound. One more time. Okay. So these healing sounds, we're using vibration to work through specific organs. We're actually going to do a pretty in-depth sound, 6 healing sounds today. There's another form we're going to do. So we're going to knock on the door of life. Okay, so I'm going to turn from my waist, arms relaxed, and just knocking. So this point, lower back, Ming Men, right around, it's on the opposite side of the belly button, right? So on the spine, on the governing channel. So this point is so important. It connects to our kidneys, our adrenal glands, our jing, our sexual energy. Like, think of the metabolism, the chemistry, all the things that are happening in the body. This area, this Ming Men door of life, activates, refills, brings our vitality up. So fantastic way just to warm up the body, warm up the kidneys. Okay, we're going to come up to the lungs here. So just below the shoulder, just below the shoulder, the collarbone. Lung points 1 and 2. Fantastic. Waking up the lungs, waking up the immune system. Breathe. Whatever you're doing in life, breathe first. I think this is the secret to life. Definitely a secret to Qigong. Whatever you're doing, breathe. Breathe. Up top, up to the shoulder blades. Shoulder, right to the top of the shoulder there. Gallbladder 21. So knocking down any overthinking, stress, neck, shoulders. Back to the lungs. Okay, back to the belly. Just waking it all up. Very nice. Let it unwind, let it unwind. Let it unwind naturally, let it slow down. Good, hands over the belly. We're just gonna practice some stillness just for a couple moments here. Good. So white crane is very yin yang. You're gonna find that once we get into the flow, it's this kind of slow building, and it gets really, really fast, and then slow, and then back down. So we're going from this movement to stillness, already opening up that yin yang opposing polarity, which is really great. And in Qigong, this idea, this yin and yang polarity is what creates energy. It's what creates friction in the universe. It's what builds our life force energy. So a lot of times when we're working with Qigong, Qigong means energy work. That's really what it means, or skillful work with energy. So we're learning how to play with these opposing opposites to create more energy. Okay, so we're going to warm up the spine even more. And this movement is key to this entire class. So I really want to make sure we get it down. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Now, it's called the wave. And I just want you to imagine we're just making a big circle with the chin. Okay. So here, I'm going to go down. Hips go way back. Chin goes up and out. Now, here at the bottom, tailbone's going to turn first. Head's going to turn. And now I'm rolling up my spine, all the way up, all the way up. Chin is last, and then big circle. Couple more. Good. So here we go. So now that you've seen it, let's get into it. So here, chin down, tailbone turns. Inhale. Out the mouth. So this spinal wave is the foundation of the entire white crane style. And so white crane is traditionally used really like after martial art injuries, or like the Shaolin monks really use this a lot for if they had an injury and couldn't train, they would do white crane to get back, heal faster. And so it's also really tied to microcosmic orbit. We're kind of opening those two channels as well, which is going up the spine and down the front, this governing channel going up. Reception vessel going down. Okay, so we got that just kind of foundation laid. So we're gonna warm up a little bit more. So here we're gonna do the pump. So here, hands come up, and I'm gonna go to the side here just once here. So hands are gonna come down. My hips are going way back, knees bend, hands go up, knees straighten, knees bend, hands go up. Okay, now we're gonna go fast. So it's gonna look like this. Okay, here we go. Warming up kidneys, blood flow, microcirculation. Fantastic. Let it go. Big breath. Out the mouth. warming up the blood and circulation. Couple more. Good. Okay, let it go. Let it go. Let it come. Just settle down. Good. Okay. So same movement, similar. We're going to drop and twist. So hands out. I'm going to drop. Okay. Just drop them down. Okay. Now we're going to drop and turn. Here we go. Big breath in. Out the mouth. See if you can let go of upper back, neck, shoulders. Really great for just letting go of stress there. Using your breath, just drop it down. Let it go. One more. Good. Let's come back to our stillness. Cross the thumbs right over the belly. Close the eyes. Tuck the chin. Tongue roof of the mouth. Big breath in. Out the nose. Big breath in. Out the nose. Big breath in. Big breath in. One more time. Out the nose. You can see we go from this really active movement to stillness, this yin yang in movement. It's very, very powerful. Okay, so we're going to go through some healing sounds in probably one of the most odd or weird Qigong forms. Shirt. So it's Phoenix washes its feathers. So I gotta go sounds first. So one, lungs is an S sound, so a s, like a snake. S. Okay, kidneys, CHO. Liver, right side of the it's SH. Okay, heart, left side of the chest is a HA, like a ha. Spleen, so stomach area, left side of the under the ribs is a HO, back of the throat, like a okay. And then triple warmer is tied to all the glands, basically, endocrine system, and it's a HE. Okay, now let's get into the breath because the breath is a little different. So we're going to start with our belly, hands on the belly here, and it's going to be a sipping breath. So just a sipping in and a in, and then healing sound. Okay, now we're going to add the hands and we're going to go. I'm going to just show what the whole set looks like once so you can see. We're going to sip in, sip in, sip in, push out, healing sound, and then we're going to do a bird's beak, sipping in, sipping in, sipping in, healing sound. Okay, we're going to go through that, through all of the healing sounds. So here we go. So hands pointed up, relax, straight spine, knees bent a little bit. Okay, and we're gonna sip in. So again, again, and then out, lung sound. Bird's beak, sipping in, again, again. CHO, kidneys. Okay, sipping in, again, again, and out with liver sound. Good, sipping in, again, again. Heart sound, HA. Sipping in, again, again. Spleen sound, HO. Sipping. Again. Again. HE triple warmer. Now the best part of this form, we're gonna open our legs up, our feet, our hands are gonna turn and take a big breath in and kind of like a yoga lion's breath, we're gonna stick out the tongue and then cross the eyes. So here we go. And I'm gonna squat down. So here we go, big breath in, squat down, tongue out, cross the eyes. You come back in, pull in the heavens, inhale. Good. So we did the healing sounds through all the organs, and the crossing the eyes is clearing the brain, and the big tongue sticking out, we're clearing any tension out of words we haven't said, clearing heart energy. So let's go through this one more time. This is extremely powerful. Once you get it, you're going to feel it. Now, I'm going to add one more layer to this for you. Is on the sips, go ahead and tighten your core, your like a Kegel, like internally, just tighten the pelvic floor. And then as you exhale, let go if you want to take it to the next level. So here we go. Sipping in, tighten. Again, again. Let go, lung sound. Sipping, tighten. Again, again. Letting go, kidney, CHO. Sipping. Again, again. Liver sound. Sipping, tighten. Again, again. Heart sound, HA, let go. Good. Sipping, tighten. Again, again. HO, spleen. Sipping, tighten. Again, again. Triple warmer, HE. A big breath in, lion's breath. Here we go. Opening up. Inhale. Exhale, pull in the heavens. One more time. Good, nice work, nice work. Okay, so you're gonna start with the feet a little bit farther out. We're still warming up here. And we're just gonna come down to kind of a swan dive, just stretching the hamstrings, calves, letting the head hang. If you need to sway or let go, just in Qigong, no pain, no pain. Just feel into it. And sink back on the heels a little bit. See if you can straighten the legs. Breathe. Good. I'm going to take both hands together, bend the knees, and I'm just going to roll up, right up the center, all the way up. Hips go way forward, and then we're going to go right back down. So here, full body flow, hips go way back, hands go forward, stretching hamstrings, knees bend, inhale. Go way forward and out. And so this stretch really hits almost all the major muscles. We're just stretching, breathing, warming up still. One more time. Come back, pull in the heavens. Okay, come back to about shoulder width apart. Hands start here. I'm going to open the chest and open up the palms and turn the head, pushing the chest way out and back to the center, other side. So first I'm going to inhale, exhale, turn. Inhale the center, exhale, turn. Inhale, exhale. Just warming up our feathers here. And come back to the center. Okay, so I'm gonna bring one hand up. I'm gonna look at the palm here. Make a big spiral towards the face, then out, and I'm gonna look away, stretching way out through the fingertips. Good, breathe. Turn the head back to the center, big circle. Inhale. Good, here we go. Opening up these lung meridians, lines of tension. More. I'm going to come back to the center, other side. Palm comes up, big circle, and out, turning away, pushing through those fingertips. Good. Inhale. In. More time. Good. Okay, so we're going to take both arms. I'm going to push them out. I'm going to turn my thumbs. My thumbs are facing down and just turn the head. Chin comes down to the chest. Chin comes back up. Just slow, gentle rolling of the head on the shoulder. Deep breathing. Remember, Qigong, whatever you're doing, breathe. Breathe. Secret to life. Head comes down to the center, other side. Chin comes down to the center. Drop the arms. Straighten the spine. Keep the head tilted. Arms are going to collapse. Hands are going to collapse underneath in the lower back. And just pull down a little bit. Tuck the chin. Straighten the spine a little bit more. Big, deep breath. Good. Okay. Let's knock a little bit on the chest here. Big breath in. Big sigh out. Big breath. And sigh. So all around the chest, the center of the sternum, the lungs. Up onto the collarbone knuckles. One side, right below the collarbone, your shoulder. Big breath. Other side. Drop the arm. Stillness. Okay, we're gonna roll into the flowing movements of white cranes. So first, we're gonna work with just opening the spine and practicing that wave movement. So before, we did this big wave movement. Okay, remember? Now we're gonna do this, but we're gonna take it really slow. So think about starting with a really small movement, building up to a big movement, slowing it down, and then coming back down to a small movement. So here, same exact movement. So my tailbone's going out and then tucking in. So this whole spinal movement's coming from the tailbone. Let me go from the side just so you can see. And let the breath be deep and natural. Let it just land wherever it wants to. So here we're just going to slowly make it a little bit bigger each time. And just really bring your awareness into your spine, into the movement, the breath. What does it feel like? What's the sensations like in the body? We're thinking just coming into the body. These sensations in the body are a map of the mind. Oftentimes, when we can't face something mentally, it goes into the body. We feel it physically. So in Qigong, we're unlocking that physical. The body keeps the score idea. We don't have to process it with our mind. We can process it with our breath, with our body. This is the power of Qigong. This somatic therapy, using our breath, tension, movement. A little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Let's speed it up a little bit. Okay, now slow it way, 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 way down. Big movement, but slow. And you bring that awareness, that mindfulness to the movement. Slow it way, way down. Good. Let's just start making it a little bit smaller. Slow it way down. A little bit smaller movement. A little bit smaller movement. Slow it way down. Good. Okay. So that's kind of the basic of the whole form we're going to do today. So we're going to just warm it up even more with the fountain. We've all done this before if you've been with me. So same exact spinal movement. Back of the hands come together. Tailbone tucks, rolling all the way up. Hands come up about collarbone. Inhale. Out the nose. So again, the whole movement is coming from the tailbone turning, rolling up the spine. Good. Okay, so we're gonna work into our first white crane here. So same exact spinal cord movement. Okay, so one hand's gonna float up, rolling up the spine. Hand floats down. Hips go way back. Other side. Slow it way down. Excuse me. We're gonna start a bit smaller. So slow and small. Just slowly building. Slowly building a little bit higher. Relax the hands, relax the body, relax the breath. So this form is extremely great for healing the spine mobility. Okay, all the way up to about shoulder height now. We're gonna make it a little bit faster. A little bit faster. Now slow it way down. Slow, 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 slow. Big breath. Same big movement, but slow, 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 slow. And start making it just a little bit smaller. And back down. A little bit smaller, slow, deep breathing. All the way down. Just let the movement become just tiny, minuscule little movements. So it's just about nothing, and just let it come down back to the center and settle. Stillness. Hands over the belly. Big breath. Out the nose. Breath in. Out the nose. Good. Here we're going to bring in hand is going to be here. So thumb, index finger are just in a little bit, almost like a claw. So we're going to bring this, and it's very subtle, no tension, just here. Now, same movement, okay, with the spine, and here we're just gonna begin just really small, making these wave movements. Arms go out to the sides like wings flapping. Let the breath land wherever it wants to. Breathing out the nose. Relax into a big breath. So the fingers are activating the lung meridian in the thumb. So this whole form is really metal element, air element, same thing. flying, air, clouds. Let's go ahead and make this movement just a little bit bigger. We're gonna work up to about shoulder height. And I want you to just bring in a visualization of you're just flying like a crane, like a bird, like a hawk, an eagle, whatever bird you want to be, just bringing this movement. Just close the eyes once you get it, once you get the movement, and just bring your awareness like as if you're a bird flying higher and higher, higher and higher, way up into the clouds. Arms coming up about shoulder height now, and just let's make it a little bit faster. You're gaining even more momentum, even more height. Big breaths. Flying even higher. Slow it way down. Same big movement, just slow, slow, slow. Let the hands relax. Let go of that little crane finger. Relax. Slow, big, deep breath. Just in your mind, floating higher and higher into the clouds. Higher and higher into the clouds. Just like you have all the momentum now, you just have to flap your wings just a couple times. Just slow it way down, smaller, easier. Just holding that altitude. A little bit smaller. Just way up in these white clouds, beautiful sky, bright blue sky with white puffy clouds, just flying through them, letting the movement just become very small now, very small. Now, stillness, hands over the belly, keeping that same image, just being in the sky, blue sky, puffy white clouds. Good. Okay, so hands, back of the hands are going to start here, kind of like the fountain. We're just going to move up slow. So same movement, slow. And we're just building up this flying, just gaining more altitude. Here, just keeping our same altitude way up in the clouds, bright blue sky, puffy white clouds. All the way up to the chest, all the way up to the throat. Now make it a little bit faster. Big breaths. Now slow it way down. Same big movement, but slow. Big, deep breaths. Is this yin and yang, fast, slow, big, small, grounded yet in the clouds. Yin yang, these polarities creating this powerful energy inside, this alchemy. Let's go ahead and just let this movement just come down a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. Good, just let it settle out. Good. Okay, so I'm going to start with our hands here, looking at the palms. And here, hips are going to go way back. Hands are going to spiral back and spiral out. Back of the hands. Now, tailbone tilts first, rolling forward. Big inhale, exhale. Well, here, start slow. So you can imagine we're pulling in white clouds from the sky into the heart center. So this is a variation of bear swimming, but it's also part of the crane system. So here we're pulling in white light into the heart center, the middle dantian. This white clouds bringing that lightness, that levitation energy, that light as a feather into the heart. Now speed it up. Speed it up. Couple more. Slow down, way down. Now let's move towards just a little bit smaller movements. Moving down to the lower dantian, just slower movement right to the lower dantian. Now the movement just becomes really small. Good. All the way down until it's just nothing. Settle. Good. Now we're going to bring this crane claw back, both hands. I'm going to turn from the waist. This spinal movement's not quite there. It's more turning from the waist. I'm going to turn from the waist. And there's a little bit of turn with the tailbone here. So it's still there a little bit. But here we're going to bring in white clouds. So in your mind, you're scooping up white clouds into lower dantian. So your white clouds. Dantian's like kind of like a chakra, but we in Qigong have three different energy centers. Lower dantian, just below the belly button, center line. Heart center, so heart chakra, literally, middle dantian. And third eye chakra, literally, that's the upper dantian, center of the brain. And we're bringing this lightness, the white clouds, deep into our vitality, into the bones, into the lower dantian. Could just become light as a feather, just floating. Deep breath, tongue, roof of the mouth. Now, in your visualization, your mind, just imagine pulling in white light, white clouds right to the center of gravity, lower dantian, like you're packing it full of this cloud energy, this white light. Good. Moving up to the heart center. So just pulling in this white light into the heart center. White light. Good. Just floating higher and higher. We're just going to connect with these white clouds, just filling up the heart space. Bright white light. Floating higher and higher into the clouds. Now coming to the forehead, same thing, just this white light, this white cloud, light as a feather coming into the mind. Right into the mind. Down into the heart. Down into the belly. Across the thumbs, stillness over the belly. Just in your mind, connecting these three energy centers from the center of the brain, flowing down into the heart center, flowing down into the lower dantian, lower abdomen. Light as a feather in the clouds. And here we're just going to go into a short meditation just from this space in the clouds. Just bring to mind maybe an emotion or an event or something that's going on in your life that you want to let go of. Something you want to let go of, and just allow yourself just to bring that event, that emotion, that thing into your mind, but let it be way down below you, out in front of you, down below you and in front of you, and just bring this image, this feeling, whatever it is, just below the clouds, out in front of you. We're gaining this higher perspective and just floating higher and farther back, higher and farther back. Just until something shifts in your mind, or maybe you take a big deep breath, like your physiology shifts, just let it go farther away and way in front of you. You're floating higher and farther back into the clouds, just gaining this higher perspective. Whatever the learnings are, just ask your mind to preserve those learnings, and maybe ask the air, the clouds, this energy, this higher perspective, this higher power, just to install something new. Pull something new into the mind so you can be who you want to be, do what you want to do, and have what you want to have in life. Good job. So we're going to move into just coming back down into the earth, coming back into our bodies. So hands are going to start here, and we're going to dip down. So hips go way back, connecting to the earth, all the way down to the earth, and pulling up earth energy up through the whole system. Hands turn, hands go up all the way to the sky, into the clouds. Back of the hands come down, top of the head, and we're going to circle around, creating this mixture, this golden light now. So earth and sky energy mixing, creating this golden light, sealing everything in. Now we're going to uncross like we're sealing and push down, ground into the feet. Good. So in our mind, this crane, this hawk, this eagle is slowly losing altitude and coming down to a beautiful lake or river, ocean, some sort of water system, and landing on a tree. Just let your visualization come down to that. So we're back down, earth, pulling up earth energy, connecting to the sky, and just letting this animal, this bird, come all the way back down, landing on top of a tree. And mixing this sky and earth energy to create this golden egg all around you, golden light, protection, sealing everything in, uncrossing, grounding. Here we go. Earth energy, pulling up the earth energy all the way to the top of the tree, into the hawk, into the eagle, the crane, down, mixing this energy, creating this golden light, divine protection, sealing it all in, grounding into your feet, growing roots through your feet into the ground. One more time. Good. Whatever this body of water is for you, we're just going to take our thumbs right on the belly button. Hips go out, and then hips go way forward, pebble in the pond. We're just allowing this bird to transform into a pebble and just dropping it to the pond, dropping into the water source, and just letting it sink all the way down to the bottom as a metaphor for our mind, our mental, all of that overthinking, just sinking down into the lower dantian, lower abdomen. Sinking deeper into the feet, coming back to the earth. Mixing these sky and earth energies again, this yin and yang, these opposing forces coming together, create something new, something more powerful, an alchemy, something greater than the two parts, union of opposites. And hands over the belly, hold on the heavens once, a couple times actually. Bring your awareness to the bottom of your feet, across the thumbs, right down the lower belly. Feet come way in. Bamboo in the wind. Close the eyes. The body sway, let it settle, spiral, whatever it needs to do, just to come back to the center. Okay, I'm gonna take yin and yang. Thank you so much for your presence today. I'm gonna spiral these energies and seal it all into the belt meridian. Just seal. One more time. Yin, yang, and reverence. And I'm sealing it into the belt meridian. Thank you so much for your presence today, for this beautiful class. This is just a preview of what we're doing on a weekly basis in the Qigong classes with me. So every day is different. Every day, sometimes I don't even know what we're going to teach. It just comes through, and it always comes through in a beautiful way. So and I also offer one-on-one sessions. I do energy work. I also offer breakthrough sessions, which is an 8-hour process of deep transformation using neurolinguistic programming, hypnosis, Huna energy healing, qigong. So it really goes deep into the unconscious mind and getting to the root cause, the greater problem, the thing that is, I would say, the thing that's so deep that you can't even tell anybody about. We get to that thing and we get to connect all the dots to what's the actual greater problem, what's the patterns, how does it show up in your life, and then we release it. We use techniques like mental emotional release, a clinical study technique to let go of negative emotions, limiting beliefs, phobias. And we can also use higher self therapy, which is more of a spiritual process to let go. And then through this 8-hour process, we actually find your values in that area of life and clear all the baggage from your values and install or move your values, which from an NLP perspective really changes your behavior. So it's a full spectrum. I am excited for you to come back to Qigong class. I hope you reach out to me one on one. It's going to be an amazing time. I'm excited for you and your journey. And I love you all. And just thank you for your presence and good job today doing your work. So